What's up? It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi Maguire.
I'm Jordy Jor.
I'm Tisha Campbell.
I'm Melissa the Sousa.
And welcome. This is so exciting to have from the stars of Operation Aunties here with us, all black. That movie just came out. I, of course, had a chance to see it. We did too, right? All of us.
Yes.
So congratulations. How was it for you guys? This is the first time you guys worked on?
That's the first time we worked together.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
ever. We've known
can't
each other
believe it.
in the business for forever.
Yeah.
And with Wendy Raquel Robinson, who was also the director, worked with her in the 90s. But
I worked with her
this
in the
was my
90s.
first time working with her as a director as well. So it was fun.
We had a lot of
good
fun.
time.
We did.
I had to check because I was like, have they ever done anything together?
Never.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, when I heard she signed on, I was like, that's icing on
And
the
when
cake.
I heard they were
like it.
doing it, I was like, oh God, I got to do this.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
the
yeah.
chemistry
I was so
already.
excited.
Right. We're both Libras too, so we're going to finish
The
each other's
balance.
sentences.
I know. That's what we've been doing all
day.
day. Everyone's laughing.
You can actually see the chemistry on screen too.
Oh,
Even
good.
with
That's
Amaya,
that makes me
all
happy.
the three of you guys.
Oh,
she's a
Amaya.
sweetheart.
Love her to death.
I love her.
awesome.
I love her.
Yeah, they did a
She's
great job
so good.
casting.
Yeah.
I think so.
But let's talk about a couple of things in the show because one of the things we find out about your character early on, a former detective.
Yep. Retired.
But a retired detective. You were breaking up with your husband
Because I wanted to have a polyamorous experience.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like what man doesn't want that?
He didn't.
You know why?
My character's husband did not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that so passionately. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because men are selfish. They only want to be able to cheat.
Not with two men. They would probably want it with two women, right?
Oh, okay.
That
but
too.
Doesn't mean you both get to do what you want though.
Oh,
like,
I don't know the meaning.
So.
Look,
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
That's what we were trying to explore in the
okay.
actual-
Together,
Yeah.
right? You
Oh,
get to
so
do
it's
it together.
another couple.
It's like a throuple.
No, I don't think it was a
because
swinging
I
type of
said
situation.
throuple.
No,
I
like
think
a
it was.
throuple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
But I
Something
thought
like
the
that.
throuple is like you add one
That's
person.
when you
right.
add a person.
Right.
But I think my character was just trying
Look,
to
I did the
explore.
movie and I still don't know what you're trying
That's
to do.
okay.
That's
That's
okay.
okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And either way,
That's
the
horrible.
husband wasn't with it.
He wasn't with
He
it.
wasn't with it.
No.
That's funny. It's so interesting how like talks about different ways that people like stay married or are in relationships are being had that were never being had before.
Right.
You know, because I feel like so often you hear of people talking about this now. It's just such a common thing. Like, and I feel like to your point, a lot of times it's the guy that wants to be able to like open things up. Like there's whole TV shows where that's happening.
Right.
And I know Gigi, you wanted to
At
one point in your
point.
life.
At one point,
Oh,
I
you
was
married?
I'm not, but I was in a long-term relationship and we were having like random threesomes because we both wanted to. I'm not like technically bi,
Male
but
and
you know,
female?
sometimes, no, just female.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes
He
out
wasn't
there going
having
to
that.
no, we were having a good time with the threesomes, but I felt like it was so random, and I'm like, we can't just be out here, you know, shit's crazy out in these streets. So let's just find a girlfriend, and then we can have just one person that we can trust, and you know, we can be open with, and da da da. But yeah, he wasn't deserving, so it never happened. And now I'm over that.
Yeah.
So that was then.
What do you think, Jordan, about redefining what like a
I mean, I feel like people have to be honest about what they want because I feel like that has led to a lot of breakups and people not feeling comfortable with their partner about what they want to experiment with and like what they will or will not tolerate. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I don't think I would
and
do
that's
it.
fine. I'm not doing it either.
You know what
I
I
just want to
mean?
put that out there.
Yeah.
Monogamy.
Yes, I'm into
I think
that.
so.
Only because I don't want my man like doing nothing else. I just don't. If he did, I don't even care if it's like, oh, I couldn't handle that. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think he could handle that either.
They usually can't.
I feel like a lot of times it ends people's relationships.
I've heard that.
Like people think that that's what they want. Like, well, if he's gonna do it anyway, or he'll like it and he'll like me if I do this, and then they do it and then they regret it.
It seems like it's more one-sided.
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
You
I
know
know
what
a
I
guy I dated did it with. He was telling me he did it with another girl he was with, but they added another girl, and then after they did it together, he went to see the girl
That's what
by
happens.
himself.
Yeah,
And that's what
boundaries
happens.
are
Yeah, so
gone.
that's always going to happen.
No
I mean,
more
it's just
boundaries.
it's just not going to ever.
That
be,
definitely
it's not
happened
gonna work.
to me
Be clean. I don't know anyone that can do
multiple
it.
times.
Did it?
Yeah. That was one of the things that was the most disrespectful part of him cheating, is that you would cheat with women that we were with together, and then you would go and do it behind my back as if I didn't already give you permission. And you know I want to watch, so why are you keeping that away from me? Like, why sneak? I'm with the shits. Like, let's do it.
People think about what they want until they get it. Right. Now, your character in Operation Aunties, you're this
tech genius.
Yes, tech genius, which I love.
I love that.
I love that her character was
Be
just
careful what you
intellectual.
ask for, though, because it's like a bunch of dialogue. And
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because you seemed like you knew what you were really talking about. You were giving presentations and
giving a nervous breakdown is what I was about to have. Because I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know I shouldn't keep confessing this, right?
No,
I can't
No, it's authentic that you really had to work hard to get all the tech verbiage.
It was really hard, and sometimes I had to like paste lines in places.
Listen, I'm glad it wasn't me.
She's like, I'll be right over here doing my roles.
Yeah, and I came on late because Tisha was already attached from a long time ago. So by the time I came on, I only had like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and so I was having panic attacks because I couldn't remember, and I don't like being the one on set that doesn't know their lines. That's not me.
Right.
I'm always very prepared and professional. So it did not feel good. I felt like afraid.
I think she felt that more so than what it came across, because she's a phenomenal actress.
You fooled me. I was like, let me find out. Melissa know all this tech stuff.
Right. No, I can't even work my iPhone.
It just goes to show how good of an actor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did it make y'all think about technology, though, just doing a movie like this and what space we're moving into?
It's crazy, right?
The whole AI thing.
Yes, just being in the house and being like, hey, shut this down. Hey, do this.
Turn
Hey,
the lights on.
Yeah.
Smart house.
She said it
I
earlier.
would like it. Yeah,
She would like it until it turns into Megan.
Right. I don't want Megan. I want, like, you know, Martin or something. You know, I don't know. I want a guy that can just walk around, you know, the robot to do stuff for me. I wouldn't mind that.
Right.
Clean the house and do that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
but what
A housekeeper robot.
I know they don't have.
Make me something
Right now,
to
they
eat.
don't have eyes and shit. But I would just think that, you know, if
It
I'm
would be
getting
creepy. What if you woke up and he was
Just
standing there?
staring at you.
No, man,
Charging.
that's scary.
Charging.
What you sleep, yeah?
Or
just
like
staring at you.
woke up, but without me turning him on.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's where it gets.
But what
out.
if they could give you a massage every night? That sounds amazing.
No, that sounds frightening. Like he's gonna be touching you and stuff.
Like cold
It's a robot.
electronic
you could put
hands.
gloves on. You know, they could do things. I would love to
What
get
if he locks up on your body?
Come on. Why are we?
all the final
On the
destination.
Final Destination thing.
Right.
No.
All right, so let's just say in a world of technology, what are some things that you would embrace and wish you could have in your house? We'll start with you, Gigi. Besides a vibrator.
Yeah, you already know.
I know.
Because the way I be masturbating. I would like some help cleaning. I do a lot of cleaning.
Here we go.
Yeah, I do a lot of cleaning. Maybe fold and put away the laundry, because that's where I always get stuck at.
That's
After
me.
I'm done
Every
with the
time.
cleaning, it's a big old pile of clothes, and
Me
then
too.
the next day I got to revisit that because now I'm worn out. So maybe just put the laundry away.
All right.
you know, for me.
It would
Finish
be,
up.
That's same for me, because I have OCD, so I clean. I love to clean, but I do not like doing laundry. My mother used to make me do my brother's laundry, and the things that I've seen.
Ooh.
No, thank you. Yeah, man. No, I'm good.
You have boys, though. I'm sure you've seen a lot worse.
No, I taught them how to do their laundry at 7. I'm not
Because of
picking
what
up
you
crunchy
experienced.
towels. I'm not picking up crunchy t-shirts. I'm nothing. No, they are on their own. By 10 years old, they all knew how to work the washing machine.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I don't want to see skid marks.
I knew you were going to say skid marks.
But the crunchy towels are worse.
Oh my God.
Because you know what's the crunchy towel.
Yes, of course I know what that is. I was thinking maybe cooking would be nice. Like I would love to
add cooking too.
Yes, I
Just
would love to
everything.
have
Just do everything.
yeah.
Chores.
The
chores,
Yeah.
all the
cooking.
chores.
But I would like to throw massages in there. I'm not gonna lie. No,
I don't know. I feel like something would be broken.
Yeah.
Bones would
Don't
be
you?
broken.
But you guys
that's
don't.
dangerous.
I mean,
you guys
I mean,
never
I
use
have
the
like
electric
yeah,
ones
I was
now.
about to say that. I got one. I use
But
the
don't like
massage
the
pillow.
hands.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
those
feel
are
like-
ball. They're like on a ball
Yeah, I
pad.
got one for my
Stick.
feet.
His hands
Right.
will be like
Foot
steel.
So y'all are okay with a human being's hands on you who you don't know?
But not
No,
a
I
robot
don't like that either.
that can malfunction.
I'm not big
Yes.
on. I'm not a big massage.
I
I'm not
am.
a big. I'm not a girl like I don't like to do like the mani-pedis. I'm not getting in anyone's mud bath.
I
don't like any of that stuff.
All the things.
I don't, because I'm
And
too OCD.
I might be with her on the massage. Listen.
Really?
I like the massage.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I do like it if they know how to do it right. You know how sometimes you get that person that's too light on it?
Yes,
And it's like,
yes.
it's
Happened to
get
me.
off. Yeah.
I think sometimes they want you to fall asleep and then they don't be doing nothing.
Right.
Like the little gentle massage.
Yeah.
That keeps me up. 'Cause I'm
Right.
annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you
Yeah.
going to do
Yeah.
something?
Give me
Stop
more.
this pity patting. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Jordy? If you had to,
Definitely the chores, the laundry,
that's all we want. Is
the
someone to do our
dishes.
chores.
Yeah, that's it.
Clean the house, make my bed, turn my TV on, run my bath.
You can turn your TV
I mean,
on,
but,
Dirty.
you know,
That's
just-
ridiculous.
Give them something to do.
There's an app for that.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a remote app for the TV in my bedroom, and I be on my phone like do.
Yeah.
All right, now Melissa, a question for you about your character on the show. So you've been sneaking around with your ex-husband.
Okay.
Fair? Is that? Am I
mean,
wrong?
not sneaking. Oh, yeah, sneaking behind my girlfriend's back.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, no one
don't know.
knows, but
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
purposely you didn't tell. How often and frequent is that as women? You know, we love to talk to our friends about everything, right? Have you ever in real life, like, dated or, you know, backslid and not told your friends about it because you were kind of embarrassed?
No.
No?
No, not really. I know. You wouldn't talk to me about this stuff. I'm a bore. It's like everyone's going to go to sleep. No, I don't. Yeah, there's no one. I just tell it. I can't help it.
No.
So if you are going to spend a block, you're not keeping it a secret.
No. I'd be like, yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
Or date somebody that's
good.
kind of embarrassing.
Well, no, I'm not doing that.
At all.
I mean, I don't. No, I'm
What defines embarrassing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want people to know necessarily.
Yeah.
Like a situationship?
Yeah, like
like
or
a
somebody
secret
that,
Or just someone
A
you think is
sneaky link.
beneath you or
Sneaky
something.
link.
or maybe he ain't shit and like,
Oh,
you know, it could be any reason.
Any reason.
Yeah.
It could be any reason. He ain't shit, but that dick. Those be the ones.
You know, because sometimes we tell our friends a lot, but there's certain things we're like, I'm gonna just take this to the grave with me.
Oh. I think the friends I've had, we've always told each other everything. Yeah.
So you think? No, I'm kidding. Jordy, you ever dated somebody you've been embarrassed?
Absolutely. Most of them. Most of
Wow.
them. Looking back at it, I'm like, these were all mistakes. Yeah. That's why I went celibate for a year or two.
Just
was
clear
like,
it.
Yeah, just clear the roster because it's really hard out here, especially now. I don't know. The dating culture is weird. And I was actually going to ask y'all that. Like, what do you think was the best time to date? Like, was the 90s it? Now is not?
I don't know.
Kidding.
Let me tell you, I never really been asked on a proper date by a man.
Ever?
In my life.
To this
In my
day?
life. In my life.
Wow.
I always had boyfriends. So I went from boyfriend to marriage.
How did you get from point A to B?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you
From
get to know them?
introduction to
Yeah,
boyfriend.
like how does somebody become your boyfriend?
Somebody
with that?
would always I was always like a catch, or they wanted to snatch me up, or so I always had boyfriends, and I don't have a long roster. I don't have a long body count.
Yeah.
But we got time. No, I'm playing.
I don't have a long. So I just went straight from that to marriage. So the whole dating thing is all new.
Oh, we need to get you a proper somebody ask you on a
Yes.
date.
Yeah. Actually, this one guy took me on like a horseback ride. But
Oh, that's cute.
that ain't cute.
For
Up
first
a damn
date?
steep ass mountain.
Wait, hold on.
That
That-
horseback was
you
trying
think
to kill me.
romantic. You think it's romantic when you think of horseback ride, but if it was physically
No.
challenging, then
No.
That hurts.
yeah.
If you've never ridden a horse
Was
before,
it your first time?
Yeah,
have you
my
ever done?
first
Have
time
you
on
ever
a
done
horse.
that?
I haven't
I'm
been that when
good.
you get off, you still walk bow-legged
Right.
for a little
God,
while.
it hurts.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to ride, you're bouncing. And
But that's the only thing.
So
You're
what's
so
what's a
clever.
good proper date then? Like if somebody was going to take you on a...
somebody's take me to dinner. To a movie, to a
Dinner.
play.
Right.
You know, somebody asked me to have some, and I'm a cheap date. I don't even like lobster.
Yeah.
I'm cheap.
I'm a cheap date.
I am too. I don't eat seafood, red meat, or
No,
pork.
that's
Nothing.
Yeah. I eat some chicken though.
Yeah, chicken and turkey.
Chicken and vegetables.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Look, listen, you know you're a cheap date if all you eat is chicken. That's always the cheapest thing on the menu.
Exactly.
Listen, I went to this restaurant when I was where was I? Was I in Anguilla? And no, St. Martin. And all they had was seafood, but then on the kids menu they had chicken fingers,
And that's what you had.
and I had the chicken fingers.
Hilarious.
And I'm gonna tell you this: everybody was like, "Where'd you get the chicken finger from?" That was the only thing I could eat on the menu. All right, so a proper date for you would like for somebody to just ask you like, "Hey, I would love to take you to dinner."
Yeah.
Somebody do this.
Yes,
No, that's okay.
immediate.
You just said.
No, I said I never, but that don't mean that I want
Want it.
somebody right now. I'm
Okay.
enjoying my freedom.
I love that for you.
Yeah, man.
Look, freedom is great, but friendship dates are good too, right?
I don't know what that is because
Yeah, what is that?
from my generation, when they took you out, they expected something. Like I hang out with a millennial, and she was like, I mean, somebody take me out, but I don't have to put out.
You don't.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
and you
absolutely
don't.
don't.
But from my generation, that's what we knew.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
They
So-
was expecting a little.
And what you want? Roasted chicken and then
roasted chicken. I'm gonna roast that chicken.
and potatoes. That's a shame. I feel like dating is fun, but like, how do you meet somebody? Because you're you.
Right.
Like, how do you? I just feel like that part is hard because then they texting their homeboys like,
Yo,
no,
I was
no,
just
I'm
saying
Michelle.
I just went out with Shelby.
My friend, like I hang out with millennials and Gen Z, so I can keep it hot, keep it popping, keep it current, right? But my millennial friend said to me, "You know, you are not marriage material." And I was like, "Oh,
Right.
yes, I am. I've been married before." And she was like, "Nah," because all people want to do, all dudes want to do is date Gina.
Ooh,
They want to have sex with Gina.
okay.
So I was like,
have to be careful
"Oh,
of
I'm not marriage material."
people's intentions.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But
that's a little hard.
you've had other great roles to.
But that's all, that's the first thing.
Yeah,
That's their
yeah,
go-to.
That's
too.
the thing,
Yeah.
that they fantasize about.
Yeah.
I guess because Gina was cool and fun, and you are cool and fun in real life too.
Right.
So it's not necessarily too.
It's not far off.
Yeah.
So I get the fantasy.
However,
However. Yeah. So I just know I don't do it. Just be chilling.
Well, I almost called you Shelby because I just said that.
That's
See, that's so annoying.
See, and there you go.
But people also like the girl that's like a little, bougie.
And they
Yeah,
think
they
that that's you.
They think
In
that's
real life.
me. Yeah.
And you seem like you just say whatever's on your mind.
No, it's not me. Like
No,
they,
she's
they're like,
demure.
"Oh, you're so nice." When they meet me, they just, I guess, expect me to be a monster or something. Like, and just, like, I mean, listen, I know I can be a lot too. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm not that. You know what I mean? And I'm in my relationship, I'm a Libra, so I'm like overly giving, and sometimes at my own demise. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
so
I do.
I literally had to teach myself to expect what I get. You know what I mean? I would do a lot of that. I'm a caretaker. I like, I take guys out sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm not like, it's all about me and like, what are you going to do for me and blah, blah, blah. And so almost to where it's too much.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just too giving.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
and that's who I am. And that's
And
what,
then
I'm always
people-
going to be that way. But
yeah,
at the same time,
you got to watch yourself.
yeah,
Girl.
because
Yeah.
and also it's not healthy anyways to do that in the first place. So as
Do
I've
you
gotten
have
older,
discernment when it comes to dating? Like, do you have discernment like with guys?
well, I've never really dated that much either. I've always gone from one long relationship to the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
too.
yeah.
And if I've ever dated, it's always just one time, and then I know, I already know.
Well,
So you
what's
have
a- so what's a
discernment.
no? Like, say somebody takes you on their first date, what would make you be like,
never again. I call them the icks. What are your icks?
yeah, what is some things?
I remember one guy when I was getting sleepy. I was just like, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember. Well, there's certain things like, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember because I've never dated a lot, but oh God, I don't know if I have an ick, but I know there was, this is one thing I do have a thing with, and I know everyone's going to probably be like, oh God. If you smoke weed, it's like, I don't know. That's not a thing for me. Like if you're like a weed smoker, like regularly, and like you smoke as soon as you wake up.
Oh
you know
my
what
God,
I
I
mean?
agree with that.
Yeah, no, I
I'm like,
agree with
because
that.
you're not ever coherent.
I know a
Like,
guy.
so who am I dating?
I
You
agree
know
with
what
that. I
I'm
know
saying?
a guy who would smoke before he even brushed his teeth.
Yeah, like they
That's
wake.
disgusting,
That's
by the way. If
nasty.
you don't even get up,
Yeah.
brush your teeth, wipe the crust out your eye,
Wipe the
like,
crust out your
you know what I'm saying? Get your day. If the first thing you do is roll over and start smoking, I do think
That's
that's
gross.
awful.
Yeah.
And I don't smoke either.
Yeah.
And so I don't like people who like all day long. But I don't mind people smoking every now and then.
Yeah, no, I'm not against it by any means, but it's just if I'm gonna date you, I don't know if that's something you do all like every day, I probably couldn't.
All right, so what I'm getting from this.
It's a lifestyle difference. Yeah.
It's totally nothing wrong with it.
Right. You're not judging.
Yeah,
No, because I've tried it, but then I failed algebra, and I had to. No, seriously, because I was high in school, and then I had to go to night school, and I was like, I'm done.
I'm cool on the week.
Because night school was not fun.
You had to go to night school?
Yes, because I failed. So then
I can't even see that for you.
Then it was in the city. Then I got to go to Queens. I got to go back to Queens. It was nighttime. I was like, well, I'm not getting high anymore. I'm done because this is horrible.
That was you have trauma associated.
I did have trauma. The weed just brought everything. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good.
She's had one bad experience.
It's over.
One bad experience. I don't even feel like I should say this. All right.
From smoking weed?
No. But I did do ecstasy.
Oh.
When it was like, I didn't really know what it was. And so I did it, and it was the longest 2 days of my life.
Really?
I just say that. I could not sleep. I was like,
it's hard.
I was awake. You tried it before too?
No.
Oh.
Never?
But shrooms did that to me once where I could not sleep.
Yeah. And that's a terrible feeling, and then you look awful.
Right.
Yeah. You look just worn out.
Scary.
All right, so I understand. That's not a bad ick
Yeah.
for you to have. What about you?
Icks. Somebody that calls me Gina.
Oh, that'll do it.
Oh,
Don't your son call you Gina?
My son calls me Gina. I don't mind that.
That is so
But that's
funny.
my child.
Right. That's funny.
No, for people who don't know, somebody showed, like, I don't show my kids my work, but when it was one of them weigh-ins, it was Nala weigh-ins, she was babysitting, and when I left, I came back, they were watching the Martin show. Zeke was about 3 years old. From then on, he started calling me Gina.
That's so funny.
Hilarious.
And
It's
so I
actually
just
cute,
answered.
though. It's actually cute.
It's
For him to be so
Yes.
young.
Yeah, and he still does it to this day.
Right.
Like, he's
That's so
15
cute.
now.
So
Hey,
cute.
Gina, what's going on?
I know they have to love the fact that their mom is like,
They don't care.
I bet at school though.
They don't care. As a matter of fact, they asked me to come for my son's school to, for Black History Month and do a speech. And he was like, "You can come, but you better not tell anybody that I'm your son."
What? So
And I
they
was
think
like,
you're just
okay.
randomly coming?
Right.
Yeah, that I'm just randomly coming
Yeah.
to the school.
Not because your son goes to the school.
Yeah, no, he didn't want
My
that.
son was not a student.
Yeah, no, not at all.
They
I'm
just
just
thought
I'm
you
just
were just
Gina.
some random lady showing up.
absolutely.
That's so
Like,
funny.
how did y'all get her?
He probably didn't want the attention.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He doesn't like a lot of attention.
Yeah.
He plays around with it, but even our TikToks, he's like,
Yeah, I've
I'll
seen the
jump in this time, but not the next time. So he's good.
That's cute. That's good. It means you raised them right though.
Yeah,
That they're not, like,
I
vying.
actually wanted them. I didn't want them to watch my work because I just wanted them to know me as mommy. You know what I mean? So it's good.
Now, how was it even like doing a movie like Operation Aunties and thinking about how these are it is a serious topic that the movie is addressing, but there's a lot of humor in it too. But there were some scary moments. The first thing I learned was do not drink no water in
And
it.
an Uber.
Ooh.
And
this was
and
based
somebody had
on
told
a
me
true
that before.
story.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was based on a
This
true
is based
story.
on a true. TJ Ali wrote it, and it was based on a true story. He and Wendy really worked the script so that the story was strong. But it's based on a true story. And and Wendy said she, did a lot of research on the dark web, and she was like going down that rabbit hole was
That's scary.
Terrifying.
It's an ick for real, But it's based on a true story.
Yeah, that is definitely. I've heard that before. Like when you get into Uber, not to
Never ever drink.
to not drink the water.
Yeah.
And then also don't get into one when you're drunk by yourself.
That
Oh, I know.
Yeah, or even by yourself. Period.
That
Like, it's like
part.
nothing you can safely. I think. Do by yourself. That's why as women we always like go to the club together and leave together.
and leave together.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like has this ever happened to you? You're like, did somebody put something in my drink?
No, but that happened to a friend of mine. And she was fine 1 second, and then she only had one glass of wine, and then all of a sudden she was incoherent, and
Oh my goodness.
we had to take her home and stuff.
Well, thank God y'all did.
Yeah. Wow.
Have you ever
And
had
we didn't
an
leave her side.
No.
Right.
I've never been a club girl though. I've gone out, but I don't. But I always knew like you got to watch your drink. But sometimes you
You
just
can't do anything.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't be on top of it all
Every
the
time.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
That happened to me once. I was
scary.
at my friend's birthday party and
Ooh.
I had one drink, and it was me and my friend. The two of us had one drink, and we both were so out of it after that one drink. It was an awful night. I'm just say that because we had a car accident and everything. It was really
no.
bad.
I'm so sorry.
And there's a lot of it that I was like, we blacked out. I only had one. I don't even think I finished the drink. And it was like the worst experience ever, but thankfully, like everything was okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like that, Jordy?
Definitely in college. And I actually recently saw this video. I don't know if anyone else saw it. They were showing you how easy it is to slip stuff in drinks.
I did see a
You saw
video
that?
like that.
And like even with a group of people, you could be mid-sentence with your drink in your hand and someone's passing by and just throws it and you have no idea. Yeah. Yes.
Was it like a pill or was it like a
It's like a little
Powder?
It looked like a little
substance with
powder.
sprinkles,
Yeah.
something.
And it's just like whoop, and you don't even notice. You don't even feel
Next
it.
thing you know, you don't know what happened.
If I'm
crazy.
out, a lot of times I'll only drink water,
in a
and I
bottle?
have to crack the bottle.
Right.
Right.
I don't drink when I'm out.
Yeah.
It's crazy how as women we have to take so many precautions these days because you never know who's actually preying on you. You know.
I do remember this one time.
What?
Yo, there was this one. I was 20. No, I was 16. I was 16. And I went over to this guy's house. And I remember that he kept trying to get me to drink this Coca-Cola. And I was like, I'm good. I'm not thirsty. So I just kept talking. And then he was like, you want some more food? Eat the food. Eat the food. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm full. And he was like, ugh. So he had to like take me back to Jersey. I went all the way over there to Queens to, hang out. He was actually a music producer and not a famous one.
Not a known one, right?
Yeah. But when I saw him a couple of years later, he was like, hey, I wanna take you to dinner and hang out, right? No, he brought this photo album with him. And he showed me the photo album. He was like, you see this? And it was a chair that was nailed to the headboard. And I said, what is this? What am I looking at? He said, that night that you came over, I put something in your drink. He admitted. And he said, I nailed the chair to the headboard because I was going to put you on the chair and I was going to do this to you and I was going to do that to you. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Admitted it. And then
fact that
showed
he
me
told
other
you is-
Why is he telling
contraptions
you this?
that
Right.
he was
sick.
proud. He was proud.
Oh, God.
He had all these other contraptions and handcuffs and all kinds of other stuff.
What?
And he just showed me the pictures. He was like, I tried to get you to drink the Coca-Cola and you wouldn't drink it. Then I put it in your spaghetti and you wouldn't eat that.
Oh my God.
He was
but every time he tried to give me something, I don't know. God, I don't
God
know.
got
God
instinct.
kept
Absolutely.
saying,
Don't.
don't eat it. Don't drink it. I just
That's
kept hearing that in my head. Don't
wild.
drink that. Don't eat that.
And he had pictures of these things?
He had pictures and was proud.
Was proud to
Was
tell you
proud.
that he was trying to try you.
Yeah.
What?
It's giving Criminal Minds.
Right.
And how did
It
you
is
react? I
giving
know you were like
criminal
hard.
minds.
And the fact that he didn't think there was anything wrong with that. If
Right.
he's showing you this, like,
No, he thought, and when this happened, it was back in the 90s. So I saw him again when I was 20. So it was like a 4-year
4 year
span
span.
after when I was 16.
And how old was he?
he had to be old.
19, 20 at the time when we were when he made dinner. But yeah, he was 19.
Imagine
20
he
years
probably
old.
did that to some other
To
women. Though,
imagine
for
how
sure.
many
He
are.
said he did.
Yeah, he
Imagine
had to
how
because
many
there's
other
no
women-
way that. Oh my God.
That's frightening.
That is frightening.
And when you think
Scary.
thinking about it now, because now seeing a lot of things that people have happening, and people are like, why didn't somebody say something? Like at the time, you're just like horrified.
Yeah.
And it's something that's so that's scary.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, until just now.
Yeah, until just now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your life would have been way.
Way different.
Way
Can you
different.
imagine the type of trauma somebody would have from an
Yes.
experience
Yeah.
like that for the rest of your life? But that's why I'm saying you said this is a true story, based on a true
Based on a
story.
true story.
This movie. That's why all this stuff is so scary. Even when I was watching it, like there was some great laughs in there.
Yeah.
As well. But it's also kind of like this shit is crazy.
It makes you think. I think that the wonderful thing about Operation Aunties is that it is entertaining in every single way. I'm there for the levity, but you also get to see African American women be as brilliant as a Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we haven't even talked about like what it actually is about. It's a cyber crime
dramedy.
Dramedy. And so you get to see us be all the things. You get to see us be vulnerable. You get to see us be intellectual. You get to see us be comedic. You get to see Wendy even worked out there's action, there's drama, there's something a little bit for every. We're definitely a whodunit vigilante type of thing. And so you have everything in this movie.
And also
but it makes you think.
It also makes you think, and it also makes you realize that sometimes it could take so long if you have to go to the police about something.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
The process can feel like injustice.
Yeah.
You know, having been famous as long as you both have you ever had like stalker situations? Speaking of how long it takes to get, because having a stalker is a really long process. A lot of times the police won't do anything until something actually happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Not in person. I've just had people online where I just had to block because every morning, like another message or, you know what I mean? Just stuff, just messages, but not
Nothing
ever
crazy.
like showing up somewhere.
When I was on the Martin show, there was this guy who would know where I was going to be before I even knew where I was going to be.
Well, damn.
Like if we had to do publicity or press, this guy knew
he was finding
everything, and he would call the office of the Martin Show offices and tell people, I'm going to be there. Tell them I'm going to be there. Like he would do that, right?
Wow.
And so then one day I'm by myself in between scenes, and nobody was around for some reason. The makeup trailer is on my left, and I see these two guys that looked like they shouldn't have been there, right? And so I see them, so I make a quick left, and I go into the makeup trailer, and try not to think about it. Did something in the makeup trailer, came back out. They moved closer to the makeup trailer, right? So I just said, well, I'm just gonna go on the stage because they look creepy, right? So I started to walk towards the stage. They said, Tisha, it's me. Right? And so I said, who's me? And he's like, I'm such and such. And I know you're going to be. And I snuck on this lot to come see you. Well, here's the thing. Most people think that, I'm Gina. But bitch, I ain't Gina.
Okay.
So I went nuts, right? I start cussing them out. I could curse?
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to mess up your sponsor.
Oh, no, you good.
Okay. All right.
They'll love
I
it.
was like, motherfucker, motherfucker, I fucked you up. Like I went
Straight Newark.
straight north,
Yeah.
right? His eyes looked like
He wasn't expecting
Stalking
that.
over.
He said, Gina would never.
he was like this, and they both took off running. Like I was coming at him. I was like,
Oh my God.
Shit, that bitch crazy.
Right. Never mind.
And I hate when I get there because it takes a lot to get me there.
Yeah.
But he was on my line. Like, dude, I nutted up on him real quick, and he's never been back.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
He was like, I stalked the wrong person.
Right.
I did.
All right. So fortunately for you, it's just online annoyances.
Just online and just block. But then they get a new name. You know what I mean? This is the same picture that pops up. I'm like, yeah. So that's it. But even that,
They're stalkers and they're stupid.
yeah, it's just even that. It's just like, oh, come on.
Don't even change
It
it.
just I don't even want to go online now. It just kind of ruins it. But
It's annoying. And then your heart sinks like,
Right.
leave me
Yes.
alone. Right.
Every time.
yeah, it does. It does make my stomach hurt a little bit.
You know what I wanted to ask you as far as you doing Alvin Ailey, I know that's intense.
It was.
Can you tell me what that experience was like? Because Alvin Ailey is so highly esteemed,
Yes.
here. And you know how many times I've been to like the Alvin Ailey Theater and gone to those performances. But I would love to hear what your experience was like.
Okay, well, I started out at the High School Performing Arts in New York City, which, the Fame movie.
Yeah.
And so I was a ballet major, then I took modern, but the dancers also had to take acting classes. So that's how that got woven in at some point. But then while I was in high school, I was on scholarship at the Ailey School. So I got a scholarship to take classes after school. I would go to the school, the Ailey school, to take classes and then go home and do my homework and come back to do it all over again. So once I was on scholarship, when you're on scholarship and they know I'm at Performing Arts, you know, they start, you see, like I saw the head of the company, Sylvia Waters, like she would come into class and pop in and kind of just look. And so you knew if she would pop in and like she's kind of scoping out who she's going to bring into the company next. And so literally after, I think I had just graduated, I was about to graduate, it was in my senior year, and I was in the kitchen with my mother, and she called, she was like, this is Sylvia Waters. I was like, anyway, she was like, would you like to join us? And I said, of course. So yeah, so you know, so I got in by being on scholarship there, so they kind of see you in the class, and then she just asked me to join the company. So, but it was hard. I mean, the choreography is hard. And, you know, just like acting, it's funny because Alvin, it wasn't, his ballets were kind of like theater pieces. They were, you were characters. It wasn't just like movement. It's like there was a part for tall girls. There was a part for shorter girls. And then it was an acting piece almost.
It was telling a story.
Yeah, it was characters that you were cast as characters. So, you know, sometimes there was a little typecasting. I was like, oh, I wish I could do that part. But he created things just by, you know, body type and all this other stuff. But that's what I loved about it. So it was kind of acting as well. You know, the ballets are very, they're very dramatic and they're very heartfelt, and there's a lot of history to it. And only one time there was a ballet called Streams, and it was very, very hard. You know, I wasn't like the one that had like the 6 o'clock, you know, and you know, the whatever, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't, my développé wasn't up to my head. It wasn't one of those, but I had my strengths. And so one time I had a private rehearsal with him, and it was so scary, but I got to like, he was sitting there watching me do, rehearse the solo, and he like fit it to me because my body was different than maybe the other person that did it. So he kind of molded it to my strengths. So I'll never forget that. But
that's such a big deal.
That is so big.
Amazing.
It was huge. It was scary, but and then after he passed, whatever, then I had a rehearsal with the person who took over. She was like, it's all wrong. Like, so, because she didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was
but Alvin,
for you.
Yeah, but Alvin told me.
He did that.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, but it was an amazing experience. And it was hard. It was hard, but I wouldn't give it up. You know, it was some of the best times, even the high school, it was just some of the best times of my life, but it was difficult. It wasn't easy. It's really hard choreography and hard on the body. And yeah, so after that, I was still taking acting classes, and then I just kind of transitioned. I did some musical theater and stuff like that, but you know, it was just like a kind of like a you know, like what's the word I'm looking for? It was just like a smooth transition from the dancing into acting, but yeah, it was grueling. Like I had like back problems, and you know, because
it's not something you can continue to do.
I was injured. Yeah, a lot. You know
That's why it's interesting to me that you don't like massages like that, because it feels like it would do you some good.
No, I mean, I had to have them.
Yeah,
I did have them.
But she ain't for
like
acupuncture.
I like those Thai massages.
Okay.
You know when they, the woman gets on top of you and stuff like that, and she bends you and stuff. So yeah, I've had those, and those are actually good.
What about acupuncture? You ever do that?
Yeah, and I kind of feel like, well, what are these needles doing? I don't know. I'm sure it works, but I'm not, you know what I mean?
It's so funny.
Are you into yoga? Do you do yoga?
I have done like the hot yoga where it's really hot. And it was good because I could stretch, you know what I mean? So I could do the positions, but that's hard too.
Yeah,
but that hot yoga,
intense.
I had to lay down for a minute because you could pass
out. But you feel
out.
so good after.
Yeah.
It is so good.
I do like it. You sweat so much, but I haven't done it in a long time.
Detox.
I probably should go back to that.
You should.
I tried to take a ballet class the other day, and I stayed too long. I stayed too long at the fair. You know, that's all. Stayed too long at the fair. I stayed too long, and now my back is hurting again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I have a dance background.
In my mind, I saw that I could still do it.
I went to Performing Arts High School. I took ballet since the age of 4.
Oh, y'all went to Performing Arts School
in Philadelphia, FLC, Franklin Center. Yeah.
I went to the School of Arts as well.
Yeah.
In Newark, right?
Dance was like my dream. Like Ailey, please. I could only imagine. Unfortunately, I got pregnant in high school, and that ended that part of my dance career. I ended up being a stripper, but that's a whole different story. But
like the best stripper.
I bet you were good.
Yeah.
When I said dance background,
I know. I'm looking at your body.
Yeah, I was. But that's why I love yoga so much, because I still get to have that movement. And I would love to take an adult ballet class. I think that would be good.
Do you live here in New York?
I live in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
But you're here a lot.
But I'm always here.
Yeah,
but,
you should go to Steps. You can go to Steps and take a beginner's.
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't discourage
ballet.
me. Don't tell me that it was bad, because that's something that I really
No. I had no business. I went to the, you know what I mean? Like, I thought I was, my mind, you think, I saw myself still doing what I was doing.
Back then.
So no, the bar was great, but then I tried to go in the center and, start jumping around. And it was like, okay, I just limped off to the side. I didn't take it slow.
You just
jumped back in doing what you were used to doing.
I couldn't not do it. It was just so good. But they have beginners classes at Steps. You can go there, and it's just, I took the beginners ballet because just to go take the bar and just work it out
and
slowly.
relearn everything.
Yeah, you can just do that.
I really want to do that. That's
Great
like on my bucket
workout.
list.
It's a great workout.
I feel like it's also great, like for you in the bedroom.
Bar.
Yeah, bar class.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Being flexible like that. Like, okay.
Yeah.
She didn't even hear what I said. That's why she.
Oh, good in the bedroom. It's good for the bedroom.
No, I said it's probably great for in the bedroom, like ballet and
having the flexibility.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And listen, I want to say
Stripping is great too. I mean, it's an art form. I took a strip class one time.
When you're good, like it's not just walking around.
I used to teach them.
It's not easy.
Yeah,
and
it's not easy. It's a full body workout.
Absolutely.
It's the only workout I've done in my life, honestly. And it's full body, it's core, it's upper strength, but then it's a mental thing too, because you see the professional dancers and the women who are on the pole, and you as not one of those women, you see those women doing it and you're like, oh my God, wow, I wonder how she do it. And then when you learn, it's such an accomplishment and it's so good for the self-esteem. I taught those classes for a really long time after I stopped dancing.
And that upper body strength to be able to push
I
that
know.
up.
I was scared I'd slide off and break my neck. But
Sorry.
And Tisha, you look like you've always had like watching you on TV and your roles, it just looks like you're having such a good time incorporating everything that you did.
I'm not a dancer.
You are.
No, everybody thinks I am.
No.
I faked it. Sorry. I'm
No, go ahead.
I have asthma. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
Sorry. So everybody thinks that I'm a dancer, but I was never a dancer. I would fake it. Even my agent would send me out on dance auditions because they first saw me in a musical on 42nd at Theater Row, and they assumed that I was a dancer. But no, I was never a dancer, and I had to beg them to stop sending me on dance auditions.
Really?
Because, my God, I would cry.
I would pursue that if I were you.
I was 15, and when I first got my agent, I was like, well, they must believe in me because I should really do this. And I was horrible. And even for the audition for School Days, you had to do the acting audition, and then the callback was the dance audition. I didn't know it was a callback. And so they had told me, I want you to come in for this dance audition. I was like, I'm not coming. I'm not going over there. And then Robbie Reed called me back and was like, Tisha, this is the callback for School Days. I was like, oh,
I can be there.
Right.
You were like,
let me tell you what I did. And this is what I did to get kickball change. No, what happened was I said, okay, I'm gonna come. But Robbie, tell me what the first audition is and your last audition. She was like, it's 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. is the last auditions. I was like, give me the 6 p.m. I show up at 9 a.m.
And watch everybody else.
No, not watch. I'm learning the choreography from 9 o'clock until 6. I didn't take a water break. I didn't take a food break. I just worked until I could get it in my body good enough. So that I could try to
that
get
was
it.
that was
smart. I still know that choreo because every time
she
we
did
come
say
on,
that
I'm like,
you came. She said she knows.
Listen, I was so bad at that dance, right? I remember that Otis Salid said to me, listen, you have the moves down, but I'm 18. You lack sensuality. So I'm gonna
they
give
kept
you
it real back then.
Yeah, so me and Jasmine, we were standing next to each other. Jasmine Guy. And so he says, so I'm gonna have you guys take sensuality classes. And Jasmine's like, what the fuck is that? Right? So he goes, I want you to spell the word sensuality, sensually. And so Jasmine went first. She goes, S-E. And how you spell it?
Oh, no.
I was like, bitch, I was next. So that one. But for this part right here, he was like,
That's hilarious.
Tisha, just pretend your breasts are on fire.
Oh shit.
So it wasn't just this. It was,
Yeah, throw the fire off. Yeah, look at you.
there you go.
I know that whole thing.
So that's why I had to do
I love
for
that. That's my favorite part of the movie.
Look, that's a meme right there.
so
The two
funny.
of y'all.
That
With
and,
your breasts
we gotta
on
clip
fire.
That and the jigaboo and the one to be
sounds
seen.
like-
That's my second
Sensual.
But they gave me 2 weeks ahead of time before all the other real dancers came in. And me and Kime, we worked really hard together, and she
Well,
knew that I was lacking. So.
You did it, girl.
Thank you.
Yes.
And listen, nothing for nothing. One of my favorite shows that to this day, I'd be like, they should have never. Rags to Riches was my.
Oh, that was
shit.
you that watched that. That was you?
I did watch
We
it.
were talking about it.
I was like, that
That saw that damn
No,
show.
it was
talking about
so
that earlier.
good.
Oh my God. They kept making me sing Little Richard songs. Woo! I did that one more damn time. Let the black girl sing the woo.
But you know what? There's just something about seeing like your representation on TV.
No, that's
Yeah.
a real thing
what it
because
is.
at that time there were no other little black girls on
Yes.
television.
Yeah.
Tootie hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, that had just ended. So I was the only little black girl on television.
That was a big deal. That's why I was
Yeah,
like
I get
faithfully, watching that.
Yeah.
But listen, Operation Aunties is out right now on All Black. I just want to give both of you like just the ultimate props just for your careers where you are today, the background that you have. I'm sure y'all have so many stories that
So many.
one day you could tell, just because I want people to see like it's not like y'all just became actors, like you really put the work in,
Yeah.
behind the scenes and got into spaces that were not easy to get into. You know, performing arts, we can see like how important that is to have that.
Absolutely.
For our youth.
For
'cause-
our development.
Oh yeah. We came from the days of the cattle call.
That's right.
I remember I auditioned for the series Fame. Oh my God, I'll never forget this day. I was there, first of all, they started outside on the street.
Yep.
And they picked you whether they were even going to let you audition. So they picked me by physical. They were like, okay, so we will let you audition because we physically like the way you look. Gave me a number. That was the first stage.
For people that don't know what cattle calls are, it's like American Idol,
Right.
all these
Yes.
people in a line.
In the street,
in
in
the
New York.
streets, thousands of people in New York,
Yeah.
in the
They
cold,
literally
in the
just
snow.
on the street.
And imagine how it feels for people who don't get picked for how they look.
Yeah, you've
And
been
then,
standing on that line and you
For
get
hours.
cut right there.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you don't
Go
even
ahead, finish. I
Look,
just
yeah,
had to
yeah.
let
No,
people know.
no, true. You had to say it. So then, literally, that's early in the morning. I got all the way. It took hours. So we're working our way up the stairs up in this building in Manhattan. And then so I finally get up to the part where you learn the choreography. Now, this is hours have passed. I'm not even lying to you. I'm not hours. You're stretching. You got to keep yourself warm. One of my weaknesses was remembering choreography. So whether I was with the Ailey company or not, we had rehearsals. So we had time to learn whatever.
Right,
But this
right.
was my downfall when I would go to like Broadway auditions because it was quick. So literally they taught it. This is me after like waiting like an 8-hour day. And I finally get into the room. I went 1, 2, thank you. I mean,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
That's how shady it was back
I
then.
was shaking. I literally walked down the stairs slow, just tears streaming. Like I spent the whole day. I mean, I didn't even get the kickball change out.
Okay,
It was
right.
like 1, 2, thank you.
It
I was
wasn't
like,
even a 5, 6, or a 7, 8.
Nope.
Man.
That's crazy.
Because I
the
might
worst.
have. I
That's
think
the
I
worst.
messed up the
The first step.
Right.
or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I was done.
And then you walked out like, I should have said, let me try it one more time. Or
No,
there was
it
no
wasn't
trying.
that.
like
They
the
said that.
point was so hard
Right,
and
you.
strong. You're done.
Damn, I felt that.
Yeah,
Just not from you.
He pointed, it like hit me in the face. It was like the strong point. You got to walk out that door. Don't waste
Damn.
no time. Don't get in our way. Get out.
Did you have a Tashina to lean on? Like how you and Tashina are such good.
No,
but
I
did
was
you
by
have
myself.
one?
She was by
Like in
herself.
general,
Yeah, like-
throughout all this time.
You do all
and
this
your-
stuff by yourself. I'm coming from Queens on the train and bus with my bag.
In the
You
cold.
know.
Tashina and I are an anomaly.
Yeah, I was gonna, anomaly.
Anomaly.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anomaly.
Yes. No. Listen, I seen Tashina when I was in. Where was I? I was in St. Martin.
Yes.
And we had a time.
She
First,
practically lives there.
I was in bed asleep. And shout out to my boy G Money. He calls me like, "Hey, I'm in the club with Tashina," and she said you should come. I was like, "Get up, we going to the club." Tashina
Tashina's
is
a
there.
good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody,
She really
let's go. like 1 a.m. I got right up and went because there was no way I was going to pass that up.
Yeah,
But
she's a good person.
I just want to thank both of y'all. I hope that we can come back and do some more
I would
because
love to.
I know y'all have the most amazing stories and this is fun and just like the energy in here. Just congratulations.
Thank you.
Everybody who has
Thank
Operation
you.
Aunties on All Black. I didn't even know it was based on a true story, but definitely something that
It
you
makes
can
sense
watch
though
with
now.
your kids too. Like
You got to warn them.
Inform.
Yeah.
Inform.
Male and female.
But congratulations, and I hope to see more of y'all hanging out together too.
Yes, we love each other.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Lip service.